Nobody's surprised that Britney Mahomes is a Trump supporter. And on behalf of Swifties everywhere, we don't claim her. We never did. And I don't think Taylor does either, to be honest. Is this surprising? No. But Trump supporters right now are using it as like, oh my gosh, I wonder if Swifties know that Taylor's bestie is a Trump supporter. Girl, they are not best friends.
With the press of a finger, Britney Mahomes gave her haters another reason to dislike her. Her decision to seemingly out herself as a Donald Trump supporter had her playing defense when a multitude of people made it known that they aren't down with MAGA wags. Britney's behavior especially upset Swifties, who were left wondering how the two women can possibly remain friends now. One person tweeted, "How do you vote for someone that you know is racist when you have biracial black children? How?" Another person commented, "Britney Mahomes has always been brain dead, and it didn't start with who she's voting for. She's just genuinely unlikable, tone-deaf, and dumb as hell."
The Mahomes family in trouble now. Like this video, like this video, like this video. Hit the like button on this video. Like this video. Tell your mama to like this video. Let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Patrick Mahomes' wife is in the news again, and I think for a good thing. But people are nutty, right? I guarantee you that Patrick Mahomes and Britney Mahomes both are Trump supporters. And maybe not Trump supporters to the fact that they'll kiss his butt and want to take a picture under his armpit. It's because they believe in conservative values, and therefore they want conservative policies to dictate America, or what we can do in America, in our the future of America, the future of building a family in America, all of these things. But they getting backlash. And I say they is really Britney Mahomes, but hey, man, that's his wife. They're one flesh. People mad at her, they mad at him. And I know for a fact, if you look at his bank account, he don't give a. But let's talk about it real quick, because people are losing their mind, in their feelings. I got a whole bunch of TikToks of people crying and being mad at. See, they loved her and they thought she was great because she was Taylor Swift's friend. She like a Donald Trump post, and then they crazy. We knew she was never who she was. She the same woman y'all knew, just like Donald Trump. Y'all loved him until he came down the escalator and said, "I'm a Republican." And you believe all the lies in the media that he a crazy man. Maybe, just maybe, you wrong. Maybe, just maybe, the dude ain't bad as y'all. They done made all this stuff up. I met Trump. This dude is not bad. He ain't a racist and all this old crazy stuff. It's crazy how people think Donald Trump. I feel bad for people that they live their whole life in misery and upset and mad and feeling some type of way and feeling this vigor and zeal that they need to go out and defend the Republic, and it's all a lie. One day you're going to wake up and realize it was all a lie. They made up all this stuff about him for political purposes. The dude ain't even bad at all. And if you actually listen to his policies, you would love him and we would have a better country. Roll the clip.
We have two types of public figures.
Roll the clip.
It is election season, and that means we have two types of public figures. One, the ones who are showing up to the Democratic National Convention to publicly endorse Kamala Harris, like Stephen Curry. And two,
paid to. They're paid to do this. I guarantee you they're paid to show up and endorse her.
Britney Mahomes, who's getting called out for liking an Instagram post from Donald Trump. As you can see here, Britney liked Donald Trump's Instagram post, which naturally made a lot of people question her. And should she have to justify liking an Instagram post? I'll let you decide. But she did, taking to her Instagram story to make a public statement about a post she liked. And this is making a lot of people very excited and others not so much. So do we really think that public figures should have to justify liking political posts on social media? A, and B, do we think Taylor Swift is still going to sit with Britney in the box this year? Let me know.
I know people don't often say when they're wrong, but I was wrong. I was so sure that MAGA Swifties weren't a thing, but I'm certain that Britney Mahomes is obviously a Swiftie. She also came out in support of Trump, so she's also MAGA. I was wrong, and I believe that they can be both. They can be both things. I just feel like it embodies everything that is not part of the Swiftie spirit. But anyway, I was wrong, even though
the spirit of crying about getting cheated on by your boyfriends and all this stuff. I don't even listen to Taylor Swift, but I think I heard a couple of her songs, and I feel like it's just a woman being a floozy. and crying about broken relationships all the time. That's a culture. That's why y'all single and y'all gonna die along with your cat in a hat. Don't let me get on this soapbox. This is not supposed to be about this, but women, y'all gotta step it up. The women that are watching this, y'all perfect. Y'all going straight to heaven like Mary. I'm talking about these other degenerates. Women, y'all gotta stop being silly all the time. I almost think that the country has over-endorsed or encouraged y'all to be silly. You still gotta put these things in perspective. Women, you're not gonna be happy without a man. I'm just being honest with you. Maybe in certain situations, because you can do nothing but pick terrible dudes. Yeah, you may feel like you're happy without a man because you pick dirtbags. But in all actuality, if you look at any survey, most women who live a fulfilled life are married. Most men who live a fulfilled life are married. So the guys running around trying to stick their plug in any socket that they can find, they're not happy men. They're miserable. You can say what you want about divorce. You can say what you want about any of this stuff. If you're not with a partner the way God designed it, most people are miserable. Even people of the same sex, they have this desire to want to be married to somebody. It's a human natural response to have monogamy. Only immature people who lack, I would say, lack a lot of different aspects of maturity and upbringing and stuff like that. They want to just sleep with all these other people and have all these emotional partners. Women, y'all got to slow down a little bit. And men already know what their problem is, and they'll take accountability for it. Women don't want to take accountability. Y'all need to stop walking around here acting like y'all just, I can do it on my own. I'm just as equal as a man. Y'all need to stop all that. Y'all gonna end up ruining your whole life. Women are now far more unhappy than they ever been. Because you believe a lie from Taylor Swift. She got a man. And she telling y'all about leaving men. She got a dude that she banging on the weekend. Anyway.
The words are very hard for me to say and get out. I was wrong. There can be such a thing as MAGA Swifties. And honestly, she's from Texas. I'm not surprised. I'm not sure that surprises me at all. But I was wrong.
Nobody's surprised that Britney Mahomes is the Trump supporter. And on behalf of Swifties everywhere, we don't claim her. We never did. And I don't think Taylor does either, to be honest. Is this surprising? No. But Trump supporters right now are using it as like, oh my gosh, I wonder if Swifties know that Taylor's bestie is a Trump supporter. Girl, they are not best friends. Just because you're seeing with someone and you're in the same circles, it does not mean you're best friends. There are several people in my life, whether it's professionally or my social circles, that are voting red. And that doesn't mean that we're best friends. Do I judge them? Absolutely. Do they know that? Yes, they do. Are they my besties? Absolutely not. And they know that. But I'm not gonna like not show up somewhere because there is this one girl that is friends.
Who would be friends with a dummy like this? Anyway.
Friends with somebody that I know. Think about it. Both of their significant others are on the same football team. Like, of course they're gonna run into
significant others. Let me explain this to you idiots. One is married and one is not. Significant other is marriage. A significant other ain't a boyfriend that you hooking up with this season. Marriage versus unmarried. You can start claiming somebody as your significant other when y'all got a ring on it, y'all made a commitment. Quit trying to act like that's equal. Britney Mahomes been with Patrick for a long time and they are married with children. Taylor Swift is one of many chicks that homeboy been hitting over the years. When he put a ring on it, then maybe I'll take it seriously. Don't conflate the two, boo-boo. Don't conflate the two.
Each other. Of course they're going to be in the same box. They're going to hang out. Like,
in true Britney Mahomes fashion, she's responded to the backlash to liking a post by the Tangerine Menace by attacking her haters. Just like her dear leader, she thinks she can do no wrong, and she poos rainbows and butterflies. And as for the MAGA folk on social media and in my comments asking if the Swifties know, yes, we are not surprised. We've actually felt bad for Taylor having to be exposed to Britney Mahomes for as long as she has. Those of us who have watched football, and I have been one of them, before Taylor started dating Travis, I've been a lifelong Patriots fan myself, we knew exactly who Britney Mahomes was, what kind of person she was. And yeah, not shocking. And those fervently hoping that this will change Taylor's mind and she will come out and endorse the Tangerine Menace, it's not going to happen. Not because of Britney, not because of Travis, not because of Kansas City. It's not going to happen. You do realize women have functioning brains, and Taylor's probably works a lot better than many of you basement dwellers trolling in my comments.
Hey, boo-boo. First of all, get that bottom rack fixed. All right, just get a retainer. They got Invisalign. I can give you a contact if you need it. That whole bottom rack is terrible. You got all that makeup on your face, caked on there, looking like a clown, like you finna go in a minstrel show, and you can't fix the bottom rack. With all that makeup money, you could have just got a Invisalign or something, a retainer or something. Anyway, let's get to the topic that matters. Britney Mahomes has children, and she's been successfully married to Patrick. He's a very, very successful young man with a promising future. Probably one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play. You tell me who's smarter than who. Like, she's married. She got security. She got a husband. She's a mother. She has a lot more intangibles that one can argue that make her a good woman than Taylor Swift does. Taylor Swift makes music and make money. That's it. What is her qualities beyond that? You know, I respect married people and what they've been able to accomplish versus people who are unmarried. And I'm not saying you don't have any value when you're unmarried, because I haven't been married my whole life. But what I'm saying is that a person that's unmarried versus a person that's married, they display different levels of maturity, different levels of aspects of their life that put them, I think, in an advanced part of discipline and all the other things that come along with being in a successful marriage. Now, some of y'all gonna get mad. Put it in perspective. Of course, I'm not talking about somebody being married for 30 minutes. I'm talking about people that have shown and proved that they have been committed with somebody and they've been in a loving relationship and not cheating and all of those crazy stuff with somebody for a duration of time, and they have children. Why do you say that, Brandon? Because the unmarried Brandon Tatum is very different than the married Brandon Tatum. There's a lot of obligations that you have and a lot of maturity and growing up that you have to have when you're married to somebody. There's something to say for a person that's in a position to be committed and to have a stable home environment. And when you put kids on top of that, having children brings out another element of maturity within you that people without children don't have. And it's not because you're a bad person. It's not because somehow you deserve to go to hell because you don't have kids and you're not married. It's just that when you get when those things happen in your life, it drives you to a state of more maturity. It drives you to a different position and bringing out the best in who you are. And I'm talking generally speaking. I'm not talking about somebody married to an abusive person and you got kids from a person that you hate. I'm talking about generally in a married couple in a marriage situation. And it's hard to say that because some single people are going to be mad. It's like, don't get mad. Just understand that when you get to that point of marriage, you're going to become, I would say, a better version of yourself. You're not better than that person. You're just a better version of yourself. And so when I look at people, just say that I want somebody to come work for me in a high-level C-suite position, a person that's married signals security and discipline more so than a playboy. There's no president of the United States of America that has ever been unmarried. Not that I know of. Maybe I have to go look back. I don't know of any. When you go and pick a head coach of a football team, most head coaches in the NFL, NBA, whatever, are married. Why? Because most people in politics, period, that are in significant positions are married. Why? Because that signals that a person is in a place in their lives of commitment and structure and boundaries and all of these different things that come with being married. Now, if you just can't get married, don't listen to me, right? Meaning that you just, something ain't happen, you just meet the wrong people. Don't just turn the channel. I'm talking about people who are making an intentional decision to not get married and be a floozy.
It's a fact.
So I'm minding my TikTok business, and I came across a post of Britney Mahomes telling people how they haven't grown out of their childhood, and they basically hate to see people doing better than them. And I know this all stemmed from her liking a pro-Trump post. And to be quite honest, I don't know why people hopped up in her messages anyway, because that's just who she is, and you hopping in her messages wasn't going to change anything anyway. If she likes the man, she likes the man. But where did she come up with y'all? She basically said y'all are jealous of her, like, in her accomplishments, which are Patrick's accomplishments. But I'm just like, how do we go from there to there? Because it was lacking humbleness to me. Like, and I didn't pay attention before when people would talk about her and say she was, they didn't like her.
Yeah. All right. I'm done with y'all chicken heads. Boop, boop. Chicken. Boop, boop. Chicken heads. All right. I think people are going to be mad at me after this. But at the end of the day, I'm just telling you how I feel. And I don't want people to feel offended by the whole single thing. I hope that people understand the spirit behind what I'm saying. Because, everybody, at one point you're going to be single, right? And then there's a point in time where you get married. Unless God called you in singleness and you're not supposed to get married to serve the Lord, then you're exempt from what I'm saying for sure. But most people are not in that situation. Most people, like Taylor Swift, are more focused on her career, and she want to sleep with dudes on the weekend. That's what she would like to do. She go and date and have an intimate romantic relationship with this dude who's, I don't know how many women he didn't ran through at this point. She, and some women think that that's cool. Yeah, I'm living my best life. I wish that men would raise their daughters better than that. Because people don't understand, man. When men be running through it, they don't respect you anymore. And then you get to the man you actually like and you've been getting ran through all this time. Men are looking at you like, dang, I got damaged goods. Because ain't no way in the world a woman is sleeping with 200 dudes and she ain't damaged. There's no way in the world. Same with men. You sleep with 200 different women. You've been intimately involved with 200 people, 100 people, 50 people. You got some baggage, bruh. You giving yourself, you got baggage in a lot of areas. You probably got an STD. If your chances, you rolling the dice 200 times, you got an STD or had one. And you were in love with some of these people. Unless you doing adult film, you're in love with some of these people. So you didn't either got your heart broke by somebody, you didn't got cheated on by somebody, you didn't got burnt by somebody. You done hurt somebody's feelings. You still attached to somebody that you like, but it didn't work out. They moved away. When you giving yourself to all these different people that many times, you got baggage going on. And I hate to liken it to a motor vehicle. But bruh, if I look at a car with 15 owners, you like, oh bro, somebody done wasted milk all in these seats, or done drove that thing off road, then hit a curb, did something. If it's only one person that drove the car, you're like, okay, the person could have been good with what they had and took care of it, and the mileage is low. That person probably took care of that car. I'm okay with being the second owner. But bro, you got a rental car? You know how people drive a rental car? They have no commitment to their car. They just drive it, they have fun with the car, and then they take it back. Sometimes they even put no insurance on it because they don't give up. They hit the gas and they see how fast that thing go around the corner. Because you ain't got to fix the tires. You barely got to put gas in it. That's how some of y'all daughters are. Some of your daughters are rental car. Homeboy on the football team see that, say, I'm going to rent that for a couple weeks and wear it out. And I don't got no connection to it. I don't care if it's broken when I leave it. I don't care if it need an oil change. It ain't my business. The next man's fault. And the next man's fault. And the next man's fault. And then you the sucker with a salvage title buying a rental car that been used up. Let me just say this too, outside of the rental car. A police car. Don't marry a police car. Out of all the cars, police cars are the worst. Somebody get that car and they say, oh my God, there's a police car that's a 2024 with 100,000 miles on it. That's all right. I think I can deal with 100,000. No, that's 100,000 hard miles. You know how hard we push them police cars? We hopping curves, we doing U-turn, J-turns, they driving that thing. I mean, we hitting pedal to the metal as much as we can. We don't give up. It's taxpayer dollar burning fuel. They don't change the oil like they supposed to. It be drunk, nasty people bleeding in the back seat. That's 100,000 hard miles. Some of y'all daughters are 100,000 hard miles. I see y'all on the next one. I'm out.